Have you noticed how everything groceries, gas, rent is getting more expensive? That's inflation, and it's hitting everyone's wallet hard. But here's the deal. Most people just accept it and keep struggling. What if I told you there's a way to understand inflation and use that knowledge to protect your money and even grow it? In this video, I'll show you exactly how. Stick with me because missing this could cost you way more than you think. What is inflation? Inflation is essentially the gradual increase in prices over time. Imagine buying a loaf of bread for $2 today, but next year that same bread costs $2.20. Why? Because the purchasing power of your dollar has decreased. Inflation is typically measured using the Consumer Price Index, CPI, which tracks the prices of everyday goods and services. How does inflation happen? How does inflation happen? Inflation can occur for a variety of reasons. Demand pull. Inflation. This happens when there's too much money chasing too few goods. Think of holiday shopping season. When demand spikes, so do prices. Cost. Push inflation. This happens when production costs rise, like higher wages or expensive raw materials, and those costs are passed on to us, the consumers. Built-in inflation. When businesses raise wages to keep up with living costs, and that leads to higher prices. It's like a never-ending cycle. How does it affect you? How does it affect you? Inflation doesn't just mean higher prices. It impacts your savings, investments, and even your salary. For example, savings. Money in your savings account loses value if inflation is higher than the interest rate you're earning. Investments. Stocks can sometimes beat inflation, but fixed incomes like bonds can suffer. Everyday expenses? Essentials like food, gas, and rent eat up more of your budget. How to fight back against inflation. But here's the good news. You don't have to let inflation control your life. Here are some strategies to stay ahead. 1. Invest wisely. Diversify your portfolio with inflation-resistant assets like real estate, commodities, or inflation-indexed bonds. 2. Cut unnecessary expenses. Track your spending and prioritize needs over wants. 3. Negotiate your salary. If inflation rises, your income should too. Don't hesitate to discuss this with your employer. 4. Earn passive income. Side hustles or investments can provide an additional cushion against rising costs. Inflation might seem intimidating, but with the right strategies, you can not only survive, but thrive. Remember, knowledge is power, and staying informed is the first step to financial freedom. Call to action screen. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Let's grow our financial power together.